Bestie, I will hold your hand when I tell you I am not an expert. I'm not even a moderate expert. I am a beginner, a novice, someone who has loved doing my own nails for many, many years. And I finally decided it's time to start a nail channel. So, welcome to my very own, very personal nail channel, okay? I somehow, some way want to make this channel like maybe a nail diary where I do my nails and I show you what I did and how I did it. Not because I know what I'm doing, but because it is more like an experimentation that I don't want to keep to myself. I want you to see my experimentation too. So that's where I think I want to go with this. Yeah, because I'm not an expert. I'm going to be practicing how to draw lines, how to make flowers, how to secure gems, all of that, okay? And I will show you. We could probably do it in a live, or we could do it in shorts, or we can do it in a full-length video, but we will be practicing a lot because, like I said, I'm a novice at this. A beginner is better than I am because I haven't done nails in so long, and as you can hear, it's loud over here. So you're gonna get the family and me trying out nails, okay? Now, what I'm doing here, so I decided to do pearl inspired nails for this one I'm taking off, and I used the Jello peel off base because it comes with a peel off solution. When I applied the solution to my fingers, the nails didn't want to come off. I did have them on for about 2 weeks and a day, and I thought that was enough time to, loosen up the nails and make it easy to pop off, because everybody's nails who uses this product pops off. Mine did not. It took me about 2 hours to take this off. I was very upset, but I also don't want to grind down the nails, so I went with it. And when I was done, my nails were very painful. It was hurting, and you can see some parts where I overfiled when I had the nails off. I don't recommend that. So I watch a lot of K nail artists, and one of them uses this brand called With Shine, and I went online and found their store and bought a few of their products. This is a cuticle remover that I picked up from With Shine, and I like that it's clear, doesn't leave a cloudy look on my nail. And I put some on, and I'm using this cuticle pusher that I got from Queen's Custom Claws. She is a press-on nail artist, and she sent this with her. She's an amazing press-on nail artist, and she sent this to me. I really like that it's gold, and it actually works very well. Thank you, Queen. So yeah, I'm pushing up my cuticles. Anytime I wear press-ons, this is exactly how I prep my nails, and my press-ons stay on for a very long time. I know how to do nail prep. That much I have to give myself. I'm very good at it because I had to do it in order to get my press-ons to look and stay on beautifully. Okay, so after I push away the cuticles, I like to dehydrate and also cleanse and wipe with my 91% alcohol that I picked up from Walmart. Then I wipe it off with this lint-free wipe. I clip my cuticles, and then it was time to do my nails. I decided to put some hard gel on my nails because of the damage to my nails, so you're gonna see that in the next video. I didn't really show you how I did the hard gel, but yeah. Because I have wrinkly hands, and I've always had wrinkly hands, and it's not wrinkles, like I can't really stretch them out. This is just how my hands are. This is how they've been. This is how they're always going to be. But I saw a video from a dermatologist who said, try to do more with your hands besides lotion. So I am using this Haru Haru face milk on my hands. It's very thick. I actually like it. I've been using it for a few days, and it works very well on my hands. I'm putting some on just to hydrate my hands. At night, I've been using the retinol cream that I'm showing you on my hands and then applying this moisturizer on, and then I add a little bit of Vaseline or such petroleum jelly on it so that it can lock in the moisture. I think my hands are looking better, but of course the lines are still going to be in there because this is my hands. I can't really stretch it. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just how my hands have been my whole entire life. I remember actually putting my hands in water because it will plump up, and I loved seeing what it looked like. I'm adding some sunscreen to my hands because the K beauty nail artists do this, so I figured why not. A lot of people like to say that my hands is because of gel lamps, but I've just recently started doing my gel, so like it's not because of that. My hands have always been like that, but just to protect my hands, I will be doing sunscreen before I put it in the lamp. Next, I'm wiping again with the alcohol so that I can remove the excess oils, because one thing I do know is that excess oils will definitely make my nails peel off faster. Although I do want them to pop off with the one kill, I don't want them to pop off before it's time to pop off. You know what I mean? So Aprés has this sale on their site where they're selling 4 of their mini kits for $54. So what I decided to do was to buy every single one of the shapes that they have. So today I will be using the medium square natural tips. I sized everything, and from what I read, it's supposed to be wall to wall. It's supposed to cover the sides of your nail, the wall to the other side of the wall. So I picked the right sizes, and in the kit it has a tip prep where you use to etch or chemically etch the inside of the tips. I like to do that before I prep my natural nail for I am adding extension. Some of the Jello peel off base to my nail because I want to see how it behaves on the hard gel, and I also added hard gel to my nail so that it can help prevent any damage from later filing, because last time I did something very stupid, which I'm not going to do again. So I needed this, okay? I will say this is the most nerve-wracking part of Gelix application if you are a newbie like me. Adding enough gel, or making sure you've added enough gel and making sure you don't have any bubbles in there, is nerve-wracking. As you can see, I tried 3 times before I was able to get the gel to cover my nail very beautifully without any holes or spaces, a seamless coverage. Now after the first one, everything else seems to go by very easily. If you are a novice like me and the liquid gel gives you a lot of problems, you can get the novice gel from Aprés, which I do have. It's a little bit stiffer, a little bit more wiggle room, if you must say. It makes it easier for me to apply on my family when I'm doing their nails, but on myself, I think the liquid one makes it easier for me. I will try using the novice gel to see how it goes, but a few of these nails I had to wipe off with alcohol and redo it to make sure that it wasn't leaking out or that it had enough space in the coverage. And I'm still trying to figure out the angle to give you the best visual possible. But this is what the nails look like. I really like it. I am using my 180-100 grit file to just file the tiny tab at the tip of the nail. The last few times I've done this, I actually did not file around the cuticle or file the actual nail, and it didn't turn out bad. But when I did my sister's nails and I filed around her cuticle and on the top of her nail, I really like how her nails came out, so I decided to try it out on myself. A lot of people say that you have to file around the cuticle and also on top of the extended nail to get like a seamless look. You really don't, but it does look better if you do. So if you must, do it. If you don't want to, you don't have to do it. The gel that I put on top of the extended tip stays even if I don't file file it, it works just as fine, and it stays for 2 weeks just as fine, so you don't have to do it. But I actually like the look of the nail when I filed it, and I think it came out very nice. So I'm just taking a smooth sanding band and just filing around it. I don't even know what grit the sanding band is, but I do know that it came with the AirC nail file when I bought it. It's also linked on my Amazon storefront, which I will put down below in the description, so definitely check it out if you want to. You don't have to. You can just use a sand and block for this, but this makes it easier and it goes by faster. But a sand and block will work just as well. So we're just sanding the nails, and as you can see, I had to contort my fingers in all sorts of angles to try to get all the parts that I needed to sand to get them to look good, or to at least make sure that I'm filing in a manner that's not damaging my natural nails underneath, and also to make sure I'm getting the whole surface of the nail. I'm not putting any pressure on it. I'm just allowing the sanding band to do its thing, just to rough up the surface for me a little bit, not too much, just a slight roughage. Okay, this is what it looks like after I did that, and it looks like I hurt my cuticles, but I actually didn't. It was just dry. That's why I really like what this looks like. It looks very good. Like the matte surface looks very good. Apparently, if you take some acetone and rub it around the cuticles, it helps seal in the nail so that it doesn't come off easily. Maybe this is what I did, and that is what caused the jello peel off base to not peel off. I don't know, but I like to apply some on the underside of my nail and also around the cuticles to help it seal and look really good. But using this dry rose from Doi or Nail Bio, she is also a K-beauty nail artist who has her own gel polish line. I picked this up during their anniversary sale from Sweetie Nail Supply. I really like it. They're syrup gels in natural nude shades. There are 6 nudie shades that I own. They all have a very unique shades to them, and you can build them up or just use them as sheer nudes, and they're beautiful, absolutely stunning. It doesn't smell very bad either, cures beautifully, and it just stays and looks really nice. Look at my other finger or my other nails. You can see I had 3 coats on there, and they look very nice on. So what I'm doing is just positioning my hands in whatever position I can do so that I don't get any of the gel on my cuticle, or to flood my cuticle, or to get any on my skin, because I have learned if you get gel on your skin, you can develop an allergy to it. Of course, these are Korean gels, and most of them are HEMA free and apparently better ingredients and all of that. But prevention, or should I say provision, is better than kiosk. So don't put any of the gel on your nails, or don't put any of the gel on your cuticles so that you don't get a reaction to it later on. Okay, I will probably do swatches for you in the coming weeks if you want to see it. If you don't want to see it, that's fine too, but they're very cute polishes. Nail Bio also has a YouTube channel. If you're somebody who likes very light, natural, gorgeous, shiny, shimmering, glimmering looking nail designs, you should definitely check out her channel. She hasn't posted in a while, probably like about a year, but the nail designs she has on there are very pretty. They're not overly blinged out. They're very natural looking, very pretty, and I have been saving a lot of her nail designs to try on myself, so definitely check out her channel. I'm using my alcohol to wipe around the cuticle of this pinky nail because I did get some of the gel polish on my skin. After I apply on all my fingers, I like to put it into my Amazon LED lamp for 60 seconds. And this is what it looks like when I did. I think this was 2 coats or 3 coats on my other hand. I'm going back in with my second coat on the finger, on the hand that we're working on. And I think 2 coats was beautifully perfect, but I needed a 3rd coat. So this has to be the 3rd layer that I'm doing because I just love what it looks like with 3 layers on. It's better looking in my opinion. Now this is what the nails look like with 3 layers of nudie dry rose. Absolutely stunning. I really like this shade a lot. I think I did 1 layer more on my other hand than the other one, so the shades look a little bit off, but I had bought these gradient sponges and decided I am going to try out what gradient nails are supposed to look like. So I started stamping on my yellow nail polish from Withshan. This nail polish is very pretty, number 1. Number 2, when it dries down, it does not leave that layer on top that gel polishes do, which I think is very interesting. It's a Korean beauty nail brand, but it doesn't have the residue after you gel cure it, dry gel cure it. After you cure it, it doesn't leave that little syrupy thing on top of it, which I thought was very interesting. So I decided to use that because it's a very pretty shade if you actually just apply it onto your nail like a regular gel polish. Definitely check them out. Their prices are very reasonable. Their shipping on the website is a bit crazy. So what I did when I ordered from them is I sent them an email from their Naver website. They have a Naver email, and I sent them an email and they were able to pretty much send me the products I needed minus like an exorbitant shipping fee. So I did 3 coats of this stamping situation. Remember, I'm a novice at this. I don't know what I'm doing. I've just seen people do this and I know they stamp it on and it looks pretty, so I decided to try it. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look as blended in as I thought it would. So I'm thinking there is a technique to this, which we will try to learn and figure out. I did 3 layers, and every layer in between, I absolutely cured it. Yes, I did. Cure between each layer, go back, do another one. Now, I have this yellow chrome topper type of situation that I wanted to put onto the nail because I liked what it would look like. I figured it would give my nail like a yellow aura. So I went in and wiped down my nail, and then I learned that if you use a non-wipe top coat, it makes your chromes come out very beautifully, and that's true. So I'm using this GAOY Goy top coat that I picked up from Amazon. This is the first brand gel polish that I use to grow out my natural nails, and I really like what their polishes look like. Very pretty. They stay on very nicely. So I picked up their top coat. It's non-wipe. I am applying it to the layers of yellow that I did, and after I do that, I will cure it for 60 seconds, being very careful not to get any of the polish on my cuticles. Just enjoying the process. For me, doing my nails has always been therapeutic. It's always been time with myself. It's literally always been self-care before self-care was a huge thing. I always like to do my nails after everybody's in bed or when everybody's calmed down for the day. I like to just sit there with myself and a show and do my nails, and I really like that. This is that yellow chrome I was telling you about. I picked this up from Aliexpress. It's very subtle on like a nude natural base, but I think it would look very stunning on a black background, but you know, I just wanted to have like a aura yellow type of a look to my whole entire nail, and that's why I'm putting it on. I really like the effect it's given my nails. I'm looking at them now and I love it. So I'm applying that all over the nail, and I have learned to seal in my chromes with a top coat. So after I show you what they look like, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Apply some top coat directly over these nails so that the chrome can stay and I can do whatever I want to do with them, and I know that the chrome is still going to be there. So I'm using the same top coat that I use to apply the chrome. I'm going over it so I can seal it in. And yes, I cured it for 60 seconds. I picked up this Jinbei Fix Gel. It's not a crazy top, it's a fix gel. It's used for fixing gems into place, but you can also use it for like nail art and things, because although it's liquid, it stays in place and it keeps its shape very, very nicely. I picked up some of these gems from Aliexpress, and I really didn't come in with a plan as to how I wanted the gems to look, so I am just applying it on, and if it looks nice, I keep it. If it doesn't look nice, I wipe it off and just leave it. Now this specific one, I was supposed to put the yellow gemstones on my thumb, my index finger, and my ring finger. But I was so frustrated with how I wanted my nail to look that I ended up putting the gem on my pinky finger instead of my index finger. So you will notice that one of my hands has the yellow gem on my index finger, on my ring finger, and the other hand has the gems on my index finger, on my pinky finger. So, you know, just pretend it was by design, okay? It was all accidental, but we're just gonna pretend it was by design. I picked up these round nail gem things from AliExpress. I thought they would be more colorful, more pigmented, but they're not. So I'm just adding them to the gems to just cover up the space between these, because the yellow gems are not flat back. They actually have an apex underneath. So you need like a ball of gem gel to keep them in place, and that leaves a little bit of space in the front and in the back. So I'm adding some very tiny gems to just cover up that space. I do flash cure it before I do the next nail, and after everything I cure everything for 60 seconds. This is the part where I figured I want to try the clam look to the nail. I should have stopped because I really didn't like what it looks like. It made my nail look too bulky, and one thing I don't like is when nail art changes the shape of the original nail, because I wanted square nails, not duck nails. So this was very ugly to me, but I like to sleep on whatever I do to see how I feel about it in the morning. Now morning came and I did not like what the nail looked like, so I went back to the drawing table and I took that clam failure off my nail. I told you, I am not an expert. I am a novice who sees something and I want to try it. Now I saw the yellow nail polish and I thought, oh, this is a pretty gel. Let's see what it looks like on. I didn't really come in with a plan, which I should have, because at the end of the day, I didn't like what this clam thing did, because it completely changed the shape of the nail and I was not about that. So I went ahead and filed everything off, and after I filed it off, I do have a dust collector, but I decided to return it because it was too bulky. It was bigger than I thought it was going to be. I want a small, cute dust collector, so I think I might look into the Melody Susie dust collectors because I like how small and compact they are. And it might help me on the days where I don't like a design and I want to remove it. That will definitely help my nail. So yeah, we're filing off the excess, and at the end of the day, this is what my nails look like after I filed off the excess nail that I didn't like. Now, one reason why I like doing my own nails is because I might choose a design that I think is cute, but at the end of the day, I might just think, you know what, I don't really like what this looks like, and I would want to change it. It would hurt me a whole lot if I paid a lot of money for the nails that I ended up not liking, and I can't change it because I have to wait to go back. Plus, I also am someone who likes to change my nails a lot. Press-ons gave me that freedom to be able to change my nails as much as I wanted, but this was before I discovered peel-off base, and I decided to stop wearing press-ons because I was pulling them off my nail, and I really didn't like what it was doing to my nails as far as damage goes. So we will go back to press-ons with the help of peel-off bases, because I know some amazing press-on nail artists that I have things from, and I want to show you what they look like, because I don't always want to spend hours and hours trying to conceptualize and execute a design. Okay, going back in with Nudie Dry Rose, I did 3 coats of this on the nail. First layer, cure for 60 seconds. Second layer, cure for another 60 seconds. Third layer, cure for another 60 seconds. We're doing top coat, which we are going to cure for 60 seconds, just to help us apply our yellow chrome so that the yellow chrome can look pretty on the natural nail. I really like this yellow chrome on natural tones because it gives it a slight bit of color without looking too intense. But I do want to see what it looks like on a darker nail surface. Going back in with the top coat, I decided to seal it again because I didn't want to lose any of the chrome before I'm done with my nail. And I'm sealing the end of it. I am adding these butterfly nail decals. It's really not a sticker, it's like nail glitter that Bonnie B gifted me when I placed an order with them. Bonnie B is a Korean-based nail supply store that I picked up some things from, and they gave me these butterfly glitters to, use. I picked up these water stickers from Aliexpress. You're supposed to put the whole paper in water. After you put it in the water, you can go ahead and remove the sticker and then apply it to your nail. It's really not a sticker. It's just, it doesn't have a sticky back, so you can move it around however you see fit. I apply that to my nail, and I like to push it down with my finger because I realize if I don't do that, it's a little bit wrinkly, has some bubbles or whatever. So I applied 2 stickers to both nails. And because it's really not a sticker, because it doesn't have a sticky background, it helps me be able to move it however I see fit. Now, when I ordered Crazy Top from Bonnie B, they were out of the jar Crazy Top because it was stupid cheap. It was like $14 for that 25 grams. Meanwhile, regularly it's $29 for the 25 gram. So because they were out, I picked up the nail polish looking one. It's very thick, so it helps seal in everything I did. And then I went over it with the non-white from Gao, my non-white top coat. And I cured that for 60 seconds. I went ahead and wiped my nail completely because even though it doesn't have any residue. I like to make sure that I don't risk anything. Wipe my nails very well. Then I like to wash my hands, and I reapplied my Haru Haru skincare products back to my nails so I can get a gorgeous hydrated hand for my final reveal. This milk is very thick. I have since been using it on my face, and my face and skin feels very, very hydrated. I picked up a cuticle oil from Woodshine as well. It's one of those ones that's separated that you have to apply. You have to shake before you apply, and I applied it to my cuticles, and this is the finished look I ended up with the second time. I absolutely love this second one that I did. Let me know down below in the comments how you think I did for a beginner who had no plans doing my nails, and I like this. I will plan my next look. Actually, my next look is already planned. I will be practicing it before I show up to you to show you what I'm doing. But let me know how I did. I really like the shape, the length, the design. It was my own creation. I'm not going to be too critical of it because I had fun creating it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you subscribe and share this video with your friends, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.